Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Austin Cindric's Menards Richmond water heaters for 2022. As always, take a look at the box. You have the generic crappy box with that rookie contender sleeve over it. And yeah, I did look back at it. The Tron car, for some reason, doesn't have the sleeve. None of them do. I don't know how Lionel forgot their own little sleeve thing, but whatever. They made a total of 504 of these things. Nothing else interesting to take a look at on the box. Here is the car itself. Funny enough, this was, his primary Menards diecast, but this took all the way until Watkins Glen in August to actually run. I've had this car since it came out back in August, but I realized I never actually reviewed it. I think I was waiting to see when it ran, and then it ran at Watkins Glen, and I just kind of never reviewed it after that. But this ran at Watkins Glen, and then it ran another race near the end of the season. I forget exactly. I want to say Martinsville, maybe. But it ran later in the season. Or was it at maybe the Roval? I don't know. I said there was more than one time this ran this year, but the first race was, of course, Watkins Glen. Let's do a quick 360 of the car. Strangely enough, we haven't gotten any pre-orders for the 2023 Menards cars yet. Don't know what sponsors they are. Which, I mean, now that I said that, it's going to probably go up tomorrow before I review this video. That's usually how it goes. Anytime I say something like that, the next day it gets, immediately put up, and then by the time I upload the video, everyone's like, what do you mean? We've already gotten 3 different Menards diecast offer for next year. But anyways, it's really nice to finally get one of these primary Menards diecast to be the black Richmond water heaters. Something about the black colored Menards cars always look really nice, especially with this one, because, it kind of blends in with the side skirt, so that unpainted side skirt that all the cars have this year actually fits with this. I definitely like that. But anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Richmond, the water heater experts. Got Pennzoil and Ford Mustang number 2. It's funny, the color of that, it's supposed to be the Menards yellow, I'm pretty sure, but it really just makes me think of the Miller Genuine Draft car. The black with like that yellow number with the red outline. It literally looks like the Miller Genuine Draft Rusty Wallace number to me, but I don't know. Anyways, down the side, you got Menards. You got Richmond, the water heater experts back there. Front of the rear wheel, you got Kid, Maytag, Knauf, Freightliner, Discount Tire, and Auto Trader. Got nothing on the C post. Once again, that thing's not lined up. On the B post, you have Ford, PPG, Mazak, Odyssey batteries, and Safety Clean. Has your regular contingencies and such up front. It's one of those weird ones, like I said. Even the early cars had a more accurate looking vent, but then some cars are coming out with just a white line and a black box, and I really have no idea what's going on with that. This is an early diecast, so it doesn't have the clear spoiler or anything. And you see the hood vents did not go through the logo at all. Although they're not really going through on any of the Menards cars for some reason. Does have the beautiful chrome Penske rims. On the back, you got Menards. Got the Ford Michigan license plate. Got your rookie stripes back there. On the deck lid, you got Maytag, Kid, Libman, Jack Link's Beef Jerky, Atlas, Moen, Cardell, Sylvania, Duracell, and Target. Got Snap-on on the roof. Got the completely unreadable DIN number. Luckily, they already went back to black on those, as you've probably seen on videos, but whoever thought that was a good idea, just please fire them. Like, who in the world thought that made sense? You can't even read it. Like what is that even? Like, I can barely even catch light on it. Maybe like 107, 117. I think I see a 7. I don't know. So that was one of the worst decisions they've ever made. I don't know why in the world they ever thought that was a good idea, but very few cars came out like that, luckily. Got the same stuff down the other side. Take a look under the hood. So you got Powered by Ford and Menards under there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. Not a whole lot to talk with a car like this, but it is really nice that we were able to get an Austin Cindric Menards diecast. I kind of feel like unless Menards gets them made, that's going to be one of those cars that dies in the future. I was already kind of worried about that. I'm like, Austin Cindric got a lot of cars made this year. This is going to be one of those things where he gets a lot of cars made his first year, and then the second year, 2 of them get made and everything else DNPs. And it's already kind of starting because his Auto Trader car for next season is already DNP'd. It's the same paint scheme as this year, but I said they've offered his, Discount Tire and his Menards. Or no, I'm sorry, they haven't offered the Menards yet. Like I said, they've only offered the Discount Tire and the Auto Trader. The Auto Trader fully DNP'd, and the Discount Tire was on DNP alert. Which, I mean, Penske, somebody get that one made. You need to get his primary Discount Tire car made. Like I said, there's no reason why a primary top team car should not get made, even if it stays the same for 10 years straight. the primary diecast for a driver on a top team like this should be produced. So hopefully somebody gets that made. But said hopefully there's, you know, they do seem to like to change the Menards primary diecast every year. Like, it's been a different sponsor every year. I said we did get Ryan Blaney's Libman Menards car in the past, like his primary diecast, but that was like a second diecast in 2019. Usually they only offer one primary Menards diecast, but for some reason that year they offered two, so we have already gotten the Libman. But as far as like the main version, it changes every year. And then it usually falls into, like, set, you know, like we went through like most of the year. We're like, so is that ever running, or is that going to be one of those diecasts that never actually runs, like that one Paul Menard diecast? But luckily it finally did run at Watkins Glen. Funny enough, you can have pretty much the entire Penske Racing fleet for Watkins Glen, because Joey ran Shell Pennzoil. You had this one for Cindric, and then Blaney ran his Worth car, which also got produced. There's not many races you can end up with the entire Penske fleet beyond the Menards diecast they make, because there's pretty much one of the, either the 12 or the 22, sorry, the 2 or the 12 always has a Menards car. And, you know, they obviously don't make all of them, so there's very few times you can have a nice, you know, concealed Penske fleet for a race. So that's kind of cool, I guess. If you want this diecast, this is a brand new release. You can get it right now. I mean, it's released a couple months ago. Said for some reason I never reviewed it. I don't think this car's going to get rare or anything, but said Cindric did get a good amount of diecast produced for his rookie season, so that was kind of nice to see. Remember, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. So go check that out if you want anything. But I think that's all there is to say. This has been a review of Austin Cindric's Menards Richmond water heaters Ford for 2022. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.